Hi, everyone. Welcome to Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. Thank you for swinging by and hanging out. This is the upload of the download. So Sunday's download and for the weekly messages and so forth, and also questions. So thank you for all the questions. And so I'm going to just dive in and get going on this for the week. So talking about the week of, let's see, tomorrow's, so April 10th through the 17th, I guess, right? So, but looking at this week, when I was stepping in the energy just earlier before popping on here, they were showing me we're going to see more from the youth. So I see young people with bullhorns and young people speaking, and I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing like, I don't know whether you say like a spokesperson or Greta Thunberg type feel to this person, but it's not her. So I'm wondering if we're going to start seeing some stronger voices come through. But and again, timing is the thing. This is happening. This energy is moving towards that direction, and I do feel like we're going to have a few like where we're going to start seeing more of singled out voices, so to speak, in regards to being heard and making changes. They're like, it's almost like y'all are dropping the ball. It's not working any longer, and we have a say in this, and we are going to start speaking up. Again, they're tired of being afraid to go to school, and they're tired of politics. They're tired of nothing getting done. They're tired of their rights being swiped. They're watching all this play out, and they're tired of it. And so we're going to start hearing more from them. And I do see that. And, the movement started with the Tennessee 3 here. And you saw them come with their voices there. But we're going to see more of that. Okay. And so now that is what dropped in literally. And then I thought, oh, you know what? I have a lot of questions, so I want to go through the questions. And within doing the questions, maybe more downloads will come, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time there because I do have a lot of questions. And so thank you again for all the questions. And I feel like that will do. Oh, it looks like Lindsey Graham is going to be in the spotlight too. I just saw he just came in as well. More of him. More of him. Yeah, it's just wackadoodle stuff, but not like, I just feel like he's going to be in the spotlight this week. All right. So the first question coming in is from Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. I've been wondering if Donald Trump, 45, will try to flee the country, and if his Secret Service detail will try to help him. All right. Will he try? Okay. I think I've spoke to this before, but again, they're showing me plan A, plan B, plan C. Right now they're in the energy of kind of watching it play out. They're getting closer to like taking one of these other plans that are in place. And that it's almost like if this happens, then during this trip or during this thing, we're going to go ahead and stay wherever it is at and not come back. they're going to essentially just not come back. But that's a plan that's kind of planned out if it comes down to having to make that choice. But that is in the works. I do feel, I don't know. Let's see, is this Secret Service involved? That's the rest of the question here. That's a good question. I'm hearing he does have an inside man. And it looks like there may be two because they're talking to one another. So an inside man or two. One for sure. Inside man. Because I keep hearing inside man. And maybe they're just showing this because it's Secret Service. Right. So yeah, I do feel like one of them is in on it. That would be help with part of the plan. I'm not sure how well that'll go for that guy, though. I don't think that's going to end. That game is not going to end well for him. Anyway, so yes to that. All right. Atrabella Lack. Hi. I was wondering about Letitia James and her investigation. All we hear about is Bragg's, Funny, and Jack's investigations. But what about Letitia James? Happy Easter and best wishes from Canada. Yay. All right. All right. So what's up with Letitia James, right? All right. What do we hear for Letitia James here? Okay, well, to me, it looks like that she's still putting her case together. Well, maybe not putting her. So let me just share what they're showing me. They're showing me like a whiteboard, and again, this could be metaphor, but they here's where the energy is sitting. So there's a whiteboard. There's everything is up. It's in place. We have this, and it's all there. But what about this one piece? What we need this piece that would be really helpful. It also feels like almost like there's a little bit of a waiting, a purposed waiting for something else. And I don't know that they're waiting for this piece or they're waiting for something to end. So then they're like, okay, we got that. That's done now. Now we can move forward. But I just, she's still on it. She's still looking at it's still in her radar. So, yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of irons in the fire and, they have to, okay, I'm hearing they have to be strategic about this. And I don't know, I don't, what the DOJ, I don't know what. Okay, so does this have to do with taxes and stuff, or I just heard taxes, fraud and stuff like that. So that would involve more than him as well. It would be, because I do feel like there's more than just him on the board here, maybe other people in the family as well in regards to that. So it's more than just him is what I'm hearing here. But yeah, she's still in the game. There's all these other things that we're looking at, right? Yeah. All right. Thank you for that question. And happy Easter in Canada. All right. Hi, Jill. Jill is asking, I have a stand at a local farmer's market in the Dallas area. How very cool, Jill. Over the past few weekends, I have noted a decidedly increase in some of the shoppers, men wearing T-shirts displaying the Confederate flags and gun-toting symbolism. I find it very disconcerting, which gives rise to my question. Is there something brewing with these extreme groups in Texas, or are they just feeling emboldened? Great question. All right. What's going on in Texas with these? Okay, so it's what I'm seeing here is it's kind of like a wink, 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 wink to each other type of thing, that we're here making our presence known. I do feel there are some, what you would call, I don't have any words for this, but cells, undercover cells of these people. But I do feel it's more of a, I want my presence, we're making our presence known type of feel, a kind of like showing our muscles a little bit. We're not afraid to, it's kind of like, okay, they're showing, I hate to use this, but they're just showing, they're connecting their belief system. So, and I hate to use this as an example, but it's the only one that keeps coming to my mind. But if someone's wearing a cross and someone else is wearing a cross, you have that connection, right? And so it's a type of connection thing there. Anything to worry about here? Anything to worry about? Well, it's like, well, it is concerning just because you have 45 who is just represents, he's just one man, right? But he represents a lot, these people. At least we can see them, right? At least we're seeing them. We can identify them. It's not in secret anymore, I'm hearing. So that's a positive thing. It's not like you're wondering who's who and what group are they part of? Are they this or that? And I'm wondering if you'll see more activity as far as like protesting, or when there's protests or marches, you may see a little opposition there. But I think it is prevalent in Texas. I'm not getting a sense that it's growing. I just think they're showing themselves. Okay. Thank you for that question, Jill. And I'm so sorry you have to go through that at the beautiful farmers market. Kind of steals the energy, doesn't it? Luna's here. Hi, Luna. You came to say hello. You want to say hi to everyone? She's got her back to us. All right. Hi, Prairie. Will the two Justins have to be approved by a county official and go through a special election to be reinstated to the legislature, or will the DOJ step in? Okay, so interesting enough here, when this all, before they kicked him out, before they sent the two packing, I felt like I didn't see them leaving, or what's that word? I'm so used to you guys helping me out with my words. And I can hear you all shouting at me right now, even though I can't see any word. You're like trying to help me out. You're like, Debbie, it's this word. Oh gosh, I can't believe that word is gone. But anyways, okay, but we know that they were gone. I always thought maybe they were suspended, but because I always saw them back in. So it makes sense to me that I do feel that their districts are going to put them back in. And I do see shenanigans of the House Speaker trying to make that not happen. Or, try his hardest, which I can't believe. That's hard to believe that he would continue, even though he looks so ridiculous. But I see them being reinstated. Now, how that's done, I don't know all the little steps. But I always saw them back in, but I still see them getting back in. I just think, wow, like you want to go back in the lion's den, but they're doing it because their constituents need a voice. But it's bigger than that, isn't it now? It's now bigger than that. It's now a national thing. It's global. And yeah, and this guy and the Speaker of the House got basically admonished from the president and the vice president of the United States, and he's still trying to illegally keep them from coming back in. So I feel like they'll go through a special election after that, but I feel like they can be reinstated for the interim position because they need an interim. So for the interim position, they'll put them back in, and then they'll do the special election. But we'll. Don't even get me started on that. Now I'm not thinking about it because I'm thinking about, it's suspended. So they were. You're like, finally, she remembered the word. They were suspended. How many people should be suspended? I mean, one guy peed on a guy's chair. What? And you're worried about being a little loud in the well? What? How about the guy that peed on the chair? Or how about the guy who got aggressive with the other one with one of the Justin Pierce, I think, in the elevator? Like what? I mean, there's so many things. I think, wasn't there one that was like a convicted of something else and they're still there? Don't even. Hi, Linda. Happy Easter. Thank you. All right, Carol. Hi, Carol. Will Kevin McCarthy lose the speakership sooner than later, especially since their the New York Times article about how Kevin feels about his colleagues? Like, is there something brewing? I didn't see the article. So he wrote how he truly feels about these people, Arlington and Scalise. Is there something brewing? I don't even know how he sleeps at night, you guys. He's just a ball of stress, isn't he? Like, how does he remain? Like the stuff he carries. I just see him with the 10 of wands on Kevin McCarthy, and like that burden on his back is just constant. I don't think it does good to your heart. Physically. I feel like it's taking a toll on him physically because he has to. It's kind of like, if you're a liar, you have to keep track of all your lies or whatever, or it's going to catch you at some point or another. And that's the feel I get with him. I'm not, I don't seem to be getting anything in regards to that. And I wasn't going to throw any cards, but they're not taking me in any direction with this. So I'm wondering if it's just a blip on the radar or something. I'll just throw 3 cards for it really quick. Oh yeah. That's more of a bummer type of feel to it. Yeah, he'll figure it out. Yeah. It's kind of a bummer now. He feels stupid. It's just kind of like, so you have the Page of Swords and the 5 of Cups there. So it was like he's regretting the interview. But he'll end up fixing it. He'll fix it up, the Magician. And that's why I'm feeling like a nothing there. All right. But Kevin in general, I don't think he's very respected around the whole place. He's just like a puppet. I don't know what to say about him. Anyways, okay. So hi, Donna O'Brien. There's a lot of families that deal with Donald Trump type energy every day. How can our government be healthy if our families aren't? I hope that makes sense. And I'm trying to, yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. That's true, Donna. Like, that's a good point. So when we're seeing like supposed to be like these people who have the ability to run the country, and all the unhealthiness about them, and the lies and the cheating and the taking the money here to, all this greed and stuff like that, unhealthy. It's like, how is it that the rest of the country is unhealthy too, right? Make it looks like that. So how can, if we see all the Donald Trump, but what my spirit team is saying here, they want to encourage you that there's actually, if you're looking at, they're showing me they're showing me this. You're like, what is that? And so it's actually, if you're going, if you're balancing something, so there's really less of them than there are of more of a healthy way of thinking and wanting to be in service and help others for real, and not be in that total greedy space. So there's more healthy thinking than there's not, is basically scales. Yeah, so the scales are not, they are definitely not balanced, but there's more people who are in the energy of light and love and progress and in service of others and so forth, and there are that are in that dark belief, or shadowed belief, or challenged belief system. But it still affects us, right? But they did want you to know that there's more, and so the evolution and the shift will continue. It just gives it a little more of a struggle because we are not balanced, so it does affect us that way. And to continue, since there's more in the light or on the right side of history, or however you want to say that, just continue to put out the energy of love and light, and that the rest can be healed and see the light or step into alignment with truth. But also that sometimes that's purposed to wake this side up, right? So sometimes that pushback is purposed to bring things to the light so we can make progress, or that we can make the changes needed. So a lot of what we're going through and the sicknesses that that we're seeing is purposed in that it's pushing us towards the light of progress. And if we didn't have that pushback, we wouldn't necessarily be kind of ignited to do anything or take action. What we're seeing is causing us to want to take action, right? So, for instance, when the kids showed up in Tennessee, it was like everything was so bad to them that caused them to take action. So things are happening to make us take action, but it's not affecting our evolution or progress. So I hope that answers that. Okay. All right, Jody. Last week, the North Dakota Senate killed a bill that would expand payments for school lunches. And in the same afternoon session, expanded their own access to free food. What? Will there be any real pushback on this? Remember, North Dakota is redder than ruby red. There's a couple of op-eds in the state newspaper, but nothing significant. Here's another really great example of something that is just so confounding and so in your face ugly, that it creates so that imbalance, right? So you have that so we're going to say this, the red side or whatever, kind of pushing back with some of their outlandish, not in service or enlightened service to others at all, and actually taking away. But that pushback is creating us to want to, that havoc that they're creating is creating us, putting a light under the fire, under other people's self, to get out there and do something about this, right? So it just literally is pushing us into action, basically. So that action that's ugly pushes others into action to create even better ways, right? And to come against them. I do feel like there's going to be some pushback here. Again, it just makes it, they have these agendas, first they're going to go for the weakest link, and it's just like, what in the world? So you can see they're coming after our kids now, right? So first of all, they're not doing anything about gun control, or even just, we do not need weapons of war. We just don't. Not trying to take anybody's guns away, but we do not need weapons of war. We don't need that. And we also need some regulations. It's okay. I don't want someone who has a history of wanting to kill themselves or others to have a gun. That's okay. Like, what? That seems logical, right? But in that, all that to say is, I do feel like here's another example of going after our kids. And I don't think that's a good plan for the right side. And I do feel that there's going to be pushback on them, right? Yeah, I think just it's going to be coming, like, it needs to be continued to talk about it. And that's the thing about now, nothing can be under the rug. And so I get in about 3 weeks here, we're going to 2 to 3 weeks, possibly, we're going to hear some more, or you're going to hear more and more about it. But I feel like something's going to, I don't know if there's going to be like some kind of little, where you have families and kids and people coming together to the courthouse and picketing or protesting or whatever, about in regards to this. There might be something coming in. And I got like a 2 to 3 week thing on that. And again, timing is all right. So that's awful, Jody. I just can't even believe that. Okay. Okay. Hi, Dora. Dora says, hi, Debbie. Sometimes I feel someone looking at me when I'm in my bedroom. Also, when I took a nap, an afternoon nap, I heard someone whisper in my ear, hello. Is this my dad, Ramon Vega, or my mom, Ramona Vega? I love that. Ramon and Ramona Vega. Or my spirit guide visiting. Okay, let's check and see who this is, Dora, visiting you. Well, first off, I do see that actually both of your parents visit you, but this hello actually came from your dad. And so he was able to get that through the veil for you to know that he's there. They want you both to know that they're there, but he was able to get that through. So that's pretty cool that you got to hear him. And so just talk to him. I see their pictures somewhere. So go ahead and you know, when you walk by them or when you see talk to them. I also am hearing in the kitchen too. I don't know who you're hearing it could be I don't know who's in the kitchen, but I hear in the kitchen as well. And also music. So when you're playing music, or I'm hearing music. So I don't know if one of them liked music or when you play music, they're there with you with the music. Or this could be someone else too. So they're saying, oh, that might be someone else, one of another loved one on the other side. Well, you have a whole gang. So I don't know if this was it's more of a swing music feel to it, so it might have been older. But anyways, yeah. So it could be they could be just kind of representing when you have anybody over or family gatherings or something like that. They are always there as well. So that might be what they're kind of bringing in those symbols for you. For me to kind of say when there's activity and stuff, we're there as well. But please have conversations. They love when you talk to them and remember them, and they're right there, bringing that love in. So that is so cool that that he broke through and said your name. That's so cool. Okay, and so I'm going to take one more question. Thanks for all the questions, guys. And we have one here from James. Will Elvis's cousin Brandon Presley win the governor's race in Mississippi over the widely disliked and full of controversy Tate Reeves? I feel like I read on this one before. Did I not? If not, that's okay. We'll check again. Will Brandon Presley I do feel victory for Brandon Presley. I do have a victory sign over his head, so I guess that means victory. I feel like Brandon margin. So yes, I do feel Brandon. I'm just going to throw one card on it. Oh no, one card for each. So Brandon and Tate. Brandon Van Tate. Okay. Yeah. So everybody loves Brandon. People love him. He's the man of the people. He's people's choice. And here's Tate's card. Tate got the tower. So there you have it. All right. Fun. All right, you guys. Now we're to the section where we are going to, and thank you again for all the questions. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. We're going to go into now the 7-day forecast for the energy for each day. And I've gotten some fun feedback from everybody in regards to how they take notes and have and kind of get an idea of the energy for each day, and they have it written out, and they check and see. And it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to know kind of what to look for in those energies for the next 7 days. So here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just pause this so you don't have to watch me shuffle these all out. Be right back. All right, so I am back. I have the cards for the next 7 days. So we have Monday or the next day, depending on when you read that, whenever you watch this. It would be the next 7 days out. So I have failure, the Ace of Swords, and just breathe. So let's talk that out. So Monday, we're looking at an opportunity, right? With that Ace of Swords, that means breakthrough and truth. Like this is good. So just go ahead and just breathe, because it's going to be okay. So it might feel like, oh my gosh, like that was a mistake or something like that, but actually it's actually a breakthrough. And it's an opportunity moving forward of something better and bigger, however this energy fits for you. So just breathe. So then day 2 or Tuesday, we have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And then I have the 3 of Swords and the House. Very interesting combination coming in here for Tuesday. So let's take a look at this and break it down a little bit. So you can go one way or another. So when you get the 3 of Swords, that means, it feels personal. And like you took a personal hit somehow. And then you have that pride card coming in with it, combined with it. So it's just like, it kind of hurt my pride. However, what they're saying here with that is they're offering you a way to align more with your higher self in regards to however the energy plays out for you, and stay grounded. Being that grounding with that home, you're stable. You got this. Just kind of step back into your alignment, and this card says, I love myself. And so however this plays out with the 3 of Swords, feeling a little bit like maybe it feels like feeling like you've been taken advantage of on some level or not, or maybe you are not taking advantage of everything that you have to offer, inside of you, is if this is just something personal that you're going through. But the recommendation here is to stay grounded. You're in a good space, and you're in a good spot within yourself. All right. So 3rd day or Wednesday, we have growth, and that makes sense coming off of Tuesday, right? So you have that growth card coming in, and it says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So that's beautiful. And with that, you have the Magician and the Fish, which is, going with that flow, seeking that fulfillment. and with that growth, you're stepping into your full self, and you have all that it takes. You have all the tools to manifest. You have, and this is a good day to connect in with this energy. So the magician energy. So the fourth day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We have forgiveness coming in. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles and harmony. Together we can. So that is definitely stepping into your full inheritance, your full. And remember, what I'm seeing here is when we're being, it looks like maybe on Thursday we'll be all being offered this energy in regards to really stepping into our alignment and further into our alignment with our higher self. And because together we can, right? So into your full inheritance of all the tools and everything that you have within you is just, it's abundance in there, right? Of all that you are, you're magical, right? But sometimes if you feel blocked in any way, if you're feeling blocked in regards to your own spiritual work or intuitiveness, or I can't hear my guides, or wherever this energy fits for you, sometimes it's just a letting go of something that's no longer serving you. So is it offering forgiveness in a situation? Is it forgiving yourself? Is it what is this energy to allow that to flow better, whatever that is for you? But you got this. It's who you are. It's your inheritance. Okay. So Friday we have imagination. We're stepping into imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yes, this week is a good week to be creative and build something or do, like if you've been working on a project, this is a good week for that. And you have the Seven of Pentacles there. So you have been working on something. So that's good. And so it's a good time to kind of take inventory. It may feel like it's kind of out of your hands, but it's okay. Just keep building it. Aim high with this. You got this. And the Tower in the Lenormand is different than the Tower in the Tarot. You guys know that. Okay, so Saturday we have grief coming in here. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So I'm not keen on those words so much for this reading, because then I also have I am you and the Three of Cups energy coming in with that. So again, I think the theme lately has been softening the edges of grief. And so anything that you feel like it's just been the energy of grief has been really pulling you down. I feel like you're going to be connecting in stronger with a more energy of life and living and collective conscious there. I feel like you are softening those edges here of grief, wherever that aligns with you, your energy. So Saturday will offer that kind of like a shift a little bit, and that's okay. So Sunday we have self-esteem coming in. I possess gifts of the soul and benefit me and others. Self-esteem. The other two cards coming in with that is the Four of Swords and then the dog. And that is that I'm looking at the Four of Swords between the dog and the self-esteem, and I feel like you've put part of yourself aside, but the dog coming in here wants you to connect into that self. change the narrative there for you. So wherever this this energy fits for you, there's something that you've set aside, and they're saying it's time to go ahead and bring that out. Reconnect in with this. It's all good. Bring it out and move forward. So those are the cards of the week. And let's see if Spirit has any more messages for us. Okay, so so what I'm hearing here is if you don't like, if you're not comfortable with the direction things are going for you, or you don't feel like you're on track or something like that, it's okay to shift gears. It's okay to take that wheel and shift gears. You are a co-creator of your life. And so write a different ending to this chapter, so to speak. You got this. Remember where you place your energy. So are you placing your energy into the challenging parts continually? When something challenging hits, that's all you can think about. And you're like, well, how can you not think? You can shift that gear a little bit, just a little at a time, even if it's just tiny, and just start there and shift that gear into something, into strengthening energy, stronger energy that will help strengthen you and pull you out of wherever that chapter you're not feeling comfortable. So, love and light to you. I was just checking in to see if there's any more to that. I just feel excitement for you, actually. Once we kind of wrap our minds around being able to drive our own bus, and if we don't like the way this chapter's going, okay, I'm going to rewrite. I'm rewriting the end. I'm shifting gears. I'm turning the wheel this direction now. We can do that. Yeah. So blessings to you this week, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and continue to love, period, right? And so commercial time, I just want to throw a thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting my channel like that and sharing that energy. And also to all the members, blessings to you. Thank you so much. And just enjoy our time and our memberships together, and that you support this channel and allow me to do what I love to do. And also for all who donate to this channel, thank you so much for that shared energy. Just blessings to you. And so we'll see you all next time.